Hello and welcome. Today we're doing a question from LeetCode. It's called First Bad Version. It's an easy, we're going to jump right into it. So you are a product manager and currently leading a team to develop a new product. Unfortunately, the latest version of your product fails the quality check. Since each version is developed based on the previous version, all the versions after a bad version are also bad. Suppose you have n versions, 1 to n inclusive, and you want to find out the first bad one, which causes all the following ones to be bad. We're given an API is bad version, so this is a boolean. It's going to return true or false if we pass in a version, and it's going to return whether that version is bad. So we want to implement a function to find the first bad version, and you should minimize the number of calls to the API. So example 1, we have n versions in total, so it's going to be 1 through 5. So say these are all the versions over here, 1 through 5, and we know bad is 4. So 4 is the first bad version, which means all of them are good up until 4, since 4 is the first bad one, and after that all of the versions are bad. And we want to find out which is the first bad one by calling our API. We don't actually know the values of this. So once we make all of our calls, we'll know that 4 is the first bad one. And example 2, we only have one version and it's bad, so we output 1. Okay, so how are we going to solve this? We know we want to minimize the total number of calls to our API. We also know we have sort of this ordered list of numbers from 1 to n. So these are sort of dead giveaways that we want to be using a binary search. We want to be looking for that first bad number. We actually don't need to be scanning through every single number up until we come across our first bad one. We can just look for our midpoint, in this case it's going to be 3, and see if it's good or bad. If it is good, then we want to check after our midpoint, right? We want to see that first bad number. And if it's bad, we want to check within that half. We'll just keep splitting our search range in half every single time until we find our first bad version. So the time complexity for this will not be O of n as it would have been if we were scanning through from 1 to n. Instead, it's going to be log of n since we are performing that binary search. Okay, so to cut this up, how do we actually do a binary search? Anytime we want to do a binary search, we always want to start out with a range. So our low and high endpoints, then we want to find a middle between those two endpoints, see how that middle compares to what we're looking for, and adjust either low or high to make a new range that's half the length of the original one. And once low and high converge, we exit. So in this case, what is low and high? Low and high are going to be 1 and n respectively, while low is less than high, so while our two endpoints haven't converged. We want to be searching for our first bad version. So in this case, low is going to be 1, high is going to be 5. In order to do the search, we want a midpoint. So mid is going to equal low plus high, integer divided by 2. So 1 plus 5 is 6, integer dividing that by 2 is 3. So our midpoint is 3. Now we want to call our API to actually figure out what this midpoint is. So our API is bad version. So making this call, passing in mid, which is 3, we'll find out if this is good or bad. So if is bad version of mid, so if this is true, mid is bad, we want to be searching in this half that includes our midpoint, because our midpoint is a bad version. Maybe this midpoint is the first bad version we're seeing, maybe it's the second or third, we don't know, but we do want to be looking in this range. So we're going to be moving high down to be mid. So high is going to equal mid. If that's not the case, so else if we are at a good version, we don't want to be searching mid. We're good, we want to be looking for that first bad version, so we want to be searching after mid. So low is going to move up to mid plus 1. And we keep going in this while loop, adjusting our low and high up until we converge. Once we do, we can return either low or high. It doesn't matter. They're both going to point to that first bad version. So let's just return low. Now let's go ahead and submit this. And it is accepted. Now before leaving, let's actually finish running through our example 1 we had over here, just so we can see how our code is going to run line by line. So over here we had low being 1, high being 5, we found our midpoint, which was 3, and we call is bad version with our mid, which is 3. We know the first bad version is 4, we're less than that 4, so of course this is going to return false. This is not a bad version. So since this is not true, we'll be going in this else, and we're moving low up to mid plus 1. So low is now 4. Now once we go back in this while loop, low is still less than high, so we can go in here. We find our mid again, low plus high, integer divided by 2. So 9 dividing that by 2 is going to be 4.5. It's an integer division, so we don't care about the decimals, which means our mid is going to be 4. Now we call is bad version with mid. This is going to be true. This is a bad version, so we want to move high down to be mid. So now that high is also at mid, we can no longer go in this while loop. Low is no longer less than high, and we would return low, which points to 4, just as we had expected. So again, time complexity is going to be log of n, and for space, we're only keeping track of a few variables, so there's going to be constant O of 1. It has no dependency on n or how big our input gets. So we just went ahead and solved first bad version. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. If this video was helpful, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really supports the channel. And as always, I will see you in the next one.